What's going on? My name is David. Welcome to UrVoyz, and I'm talking to technically savvy, super genius here, my man Mike, who also has a Twitch handle, a Twitch channel. We'll get into that. It'll be on the comments. The link will be in the video. But what we're going to talk about is for those people that are like me, who know about tech but aren't tech geniuses. What tips would you give me on buying a laptop?
Well, the first thing I'd say is, what are you going to use it for? Because that's single-handedly the most important thing you can ask anybody that's looking to buy a laptop, any kind of computer.
Okay.
What is it that you're using it for? Because the needs are entirely different. For example, let's say you're doing video editing to just web browsing.
Right. Gaming, perhaps? Gaming, like your Twitch channel? You use your laptop for gaming?
Well, I built my own custom desktop.
Oh, right.
Personally, I don't like laptops.
Okay.
I can't type on the keyboards at all, the little flat keys, but yeah, like they're pretty good for gaming. It's just, for example, gaming laptops would come with a graphics card. So normal ones don't really have that. That's why I would ask, what is it you're gonna use it for? So that's one big example. Another one is, for example, some come with SSDs installed and some come with a regular hard drive. The SSD would give you that speed that
and that's
you
all
need.
About memory, right?
Well, it's storage, just like a hard drive, except it doesn't have mechanical moving parts in it. It's flash memory.
Okay.
So not only do they last longer, but they're a lot faster.
RAM. So we're going to talk about RAM now that you mentioned memory.
All right. So RAM, you can think of like a table. Imagine you have a tiny PC table and you want to open up a keyboard program, a mouse program, and a monitor program. But you don't have enough space to move your mouse that much. Okay. Now let's say you upgrade your RAM. That table just got bigger. Now you have more room. You can have more stuff on it at once. That's basically what RAM is. It lets you have more things open at once without messing up the stability of the system. Right. It's the memory that your computer uses to run. Okay. So the more RAM you have, the more you're able to do at once without your PC choking down. That's why it's very important for stuff like video editing, because it's doing so many different things that the less RAM you have, your computer's just gonna choke, and you're not gonna be able to really move your mouse or anything like that. Okay. So first, you recommend for video editing, let's just say, and at least 16 gigs for video editing. At least 16 gigs of RAM. Yeah, of RAM. And how about to play? To play games, I mean, 8 to 16 is more than enough, honestly. Personally, I use 16. I'm thinking about upgrading to 32 myself, but that's because I do video editing as well. Oh, so you do editing, you play, but this is on your PC and not your laptop. Yeah, exactly, yeah. But it's the same concept on laptop as well. Isn't a PC easier to upgrade and maneuver than a laptop? Yes, the only time you should ever get a laptop is if you need that mobility. If you don't need the mobility, just get a desktop. Because one, it's easier to upgrade. Two, it's not as easy to break. You're carrying a laptop, you're just, it might slip, you're carrying it, etc. Three, it's easier to cool. There's a lot of times where, I don't know if it happens with you guys, where you're using your laptop and it's hot. You feel that. The computer gets like that too, but you can have so many fans installed into a PC depending on what kind of case you get. So that's generally why I like PCs as well. So we're talking at very least a good graphics card. A good graphics card. A lot of RAM. Or a lot of RAM. A good chunk of RAM. So when I'm coming in as a novice, how about the CPU? Okay, now the CPU, honestly, most people nowadays, for general browsing, they don't need anything more than like an i3. They can get an i5. But if you're getting into that heavy stuff like video editing, you need more cores. So that's generally why a lot of people like going with AMD processors instead of the Intel ones, because they generally have more cores. And what does that do for? Well, it's just like multitasking. You think of one person being able to carry something heavy instead of 3 weaker people. They're going to be able to carry it because it's 3 of them. Right. Okay. So think of it like that. A core. Think of it like that. Basically, the more cores you have, it's like the more computers you have working together, kind of. We're going to get 2 things done. One,
How much did you pay for a basic laptop? Let's say I was just a student.
Just a student, just for like homework and Word and honestly, you can go anywhere from $250 to like $400.
That's not bad at all for technology.
Not bad at all.
Now, I am a big fan of open box items. Some people are definitely opposed to open box items. What do you think?
A lot of people are against it, and I can understand why. Looking from the outside, it's easier to understand, oh, I shouldn't get this. It was returned for a reason, you know?
Right.
But looking at it now from the position that I'm at,
yes,
I say go for it, honestly. It's a great opportunity because a company cannot sell those items without making sure they work first.
Okay.
Otherwise, they would be in trouble.
That's good to know.
Yeah, so when something gets returned to a store, it usually gets checked by the technicians or whatever, and then if it's working 100%, then it's pushed back out and the price usually gets slashed, and then if it's missing the box, etc., and it comes out like that, but people are scared to buy it because of that. Honestly, like 2-3 weeks ago, I bought my friend an open box gaming laptop.
Really?
Yeah, and the price normally was like $1,400, and we paid what, $1,025.
So you nearly saved $400.
Exactly.
Just because it was
and
open
it had
box.
a GTX 1070 graphics card, a Samsung 960 Pro SSD, plus a 1 terabyte hard drive, and it was just, and like it had a really good processor, the 7700.
And in layman's terms, the things that you mentioned, the tech that you mentioned, how far or how far can he go with that laptop?
Oh, he can go 4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years.
Yeah, a bit
without
longer
upgrading.
than that. Yeah, without upgrading. For the stuff that he needs, because he's going to be using it for gaming and stuff like that.
Okay.
So, you know, as more games get released, the minimum requirements go up.
Yes.
So eventually he'll have to upgrade. But if it's just for general use, he can use it until the laptop dies.
Nice.
If it's just for general use, because it's an amazing laptop.
Well, we're going to get down to the nuts and bolts of things. And we're not getting paid for anything yet. But Mike, what brand names would you recommend?
Okay, now, personally, I like Asus and EVGA.
Asus EVGA.
Yes.
Okay.
I like the Asus motherboard specifically, and I like the EVGA graphics cards specifically.
Okay. And these are two different
companies.
Yes.
As well as I like Samsung. Samsung sometimes can be a little pricey.
Right.
But it comes with that quality.
Okay.
You're paying for quality. So it's, even though, you're paying a pretty penny, you're getting your money's worth for that pretty penny compared to a lot of other companies. Those are honestly the big two for me. I do like Corsair and Cooler Master, but Asus and EVGA are like my go-to.
Outstanding. And here's something for the average consumer, such as myself. They're always, meaning just corporations, these stores, always pushing for you to buy some extra insurance plan.
Yeah.
Would you recommend something like that?
Honestly, I would, because a lot of people don't realize that with insurance plans, they don't realize what they're actually paying for. Sometimes they just think, oh yeah, well, they'll just take a look at it and then maybe they'll fix it. No, when you pay for an insurance plan, you're either going to have your product fully fixed, and by fixed, not just like they bend something back, or no, they replace the parts, so you're gonna have a newer machine, or they're gonna replace and give you a new machine entirely, or you're getting your entire money back. So it guarantees you that gift card if you do that.
Mike, thank you very much. And again, from UrVoyz, Mike, technical expert. It's not about me, it's not about Orain, it's about the community. And we brought in an expert to let you know what's what. And yet again, Mike's Twitch, his handle's gonna be in the comments or link below. Mike, once again, please look into the camera. Your voice matters, brother.
My voice matters.
Outstanding. Mike, you're a flipping pro.